All right, so today I've got an exciting short one for you. I've been going back to that countertop store a lot, and they've been giving me free stuff. I mean, as much as I want. There was a whole entire trash bin completely full of scraps. But now he's saving the really good material for me. And I told him how I like the labradorite stuff. He had big slabs, like giant countertop slabs of labradorite, and other similar stuff in the family with those nice flashes. So I told him, yeah, like save me some and I'll come walk over and talk to you and chat every once in a while. So I just took a walk down there and chatted with him, and yeah, he gave me some big chunks and slabs. So we're gonna head in the house. I'm gonna pull all the ones that I got out of my backpack that I took over. Plus show you some really cool video of the cutting. He let me go record while he was cutting some countertops with the saw. So maybe look forward to a little more of that coming up soon too in future videos, but let's go check this out. So here we're in the countertop place I told you about, giving me some little samples, and he's cutting this today. He's got a little 45-degree angle cut there, so that can be the top and the side of a countertop. They cut the little triangle out, so when they put, that's the top, and then that'll be the side going down, and it'll be a nice matching seam by cutting that out. And here they've got their nice big saw set up, and that saw can turn, do the 45-degree angle cuts. And yeah, they let me come hang out and check it all out. So this is one they're cutting right now, and these are some scraps. We'll get this out in the sunlight, but here's a huge mass of those scraps he said I can have. So yeah, let's cut some of this up in the next video, yeah? That's amazing. Insane. Alright, so I'm actually pretty excited to show you all this bit. I was not sure if I'd get an opportunity to show you any of their cutting, but here we are. He's chopping up this big old slab for a countertop, and we get to watch just how fast he cuts it. From beginning to end there, this whole thing is cut in about 1.5 minutes, and you can kind of see at this point, I'm going to walk closer in just a moment, but you'll see just how quick this thing really hauls. But here's the kicker. He's only got it turned up to around 50 when the speed goes up to 120. So he's going a little under half speed at the moment. This thing could really slab up anything you want in seconds. So let's just check it out and enjoy. The first few seconds were slow as he lowers the blade into place, but now as it's going forward, look at how quick it goes. And just like that, it's done and drops off. So depending on whether or not they want to save the side, they'll catch it or put padding down or have his assistant go grab it. But this one they didn't need, so it just drops to the scrap pile. Very cool. And here we are a little bit later, where he's cutting a slab, not quite in half. He's getting a thin slice out of it. He needed like a 3/4 inch thick slab. So he's taking a big slab and just cutting down along it. What I neglected to show was the very end of this cut, and we'll do more of this in the future. It's really cool he's letting me share this with y'all. But there's a very thin slice at the very bottom so that both sides stay attached, and he just breaks it at the end with a simple little snap. But that'll be in a future video. I don't know what this material is, but that's pretty. It's got some depth to it. Very pretty.
I just can't believe the rainbows in this piece. It's an awesome material, and pretty sure it's been narrowed down to the Peristerite. It is similar to lapidary or the moonstone and all the things in that feldspar family, but the way the rainbows vary, and it actually has the spectrum from one end to the other, as opposed to being all blotched together like you see some labradorite and stuff, or moonstone having just the blue purple in it. It's a little bit different, as you can tell. Anyway, we're gonna have a good bit more of this in the future, where we're gonna go back to his shop, show some more of the cutting, and it won't be like a paid promotion, but it will be a little bit of a promotion for his shop. You know, it might put his name out there. If it gets him one sale, I'll be more than happy, but he's gonna let me come watch more of the cutting, and we'll do like a nice long video and even show him doing the core drilling to put the holes for the faucets in a countertop, and maybe even epoxying a countertop or even polishing the countertop. We'll go through so many steps, and you guys will get to see some of the industrial lapidary process. Way different than the small scale stuff that we do on this channel. And this is what the scrap was from. It's hard to tell, but those are some pretty long pieces. They're a few feet long, and they're actually going to be the sides of a custom grill. And look at the flash in that piece. £38. And that's just what I brought home. He had over 50 pounds for me there. But a good majority of that is actually going to Tyler, aka Geode Cracker and Collector. He's gonna cut a bunch of that up as well. And what you didn't see is in the big pieces he made, there's a lot more flash in that one little spot. You have to move around and find the light just right, but there's flash all over it, and it's an amazing material. But look at the size of those slabs. Can you imagine? Whew. Can't wait to show y'all more from that shop in the future. Anyway, let's get back to just checking everything out. Alrighty, so before we take these ones outside to check them out in the sunlight, we're going to look at this one a little bit closer because I want to show you the Tourmaline inclusions here. We're going to take a little peek in the macro, but all the black stuff you see in these is Tourmaline, which is a pretty common inclusion in the feldspars. So let's take a little peek at it in the macro here, then we're going to take them outside, and we're also going to go to the club and cut these up. And here's that macro shot of the Tourmaline.
We're cleaning the saw. Cleaning out the oil bin of the saw. The whole thing looked like that. The bottom had a thick sludge. It was gnarly.
Alright, originally when I said this would be a short video, I did not think I'd make it to the club before I got this out. So we're adding on the cutting of the pieces, and yeah, we'll wrap it up with that and a little bit of music. And I appreciate y'all watching. If I haven't mentioned it, please leave a little like. A comment helps a lot. And if you haven't checked it out already, check out the Patreon and the benefits that you can get. I'm working on a whole bunch of cabochons right now, and certain members at certain tiers get monthly cabochons or bi-monthly packages, and a bunch just went out, and I've got a few more going out this month to all our members. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy. Alrighty, here we are back at home and we've got those pieces cut up. That's the one that was off the triangle. So I saw the flash on the bottom and I said, hey, that piece is gonna make a great cab. And luckily when I trimmed it up, both sides had the flash. It went all the way through. And the bottom of that little pyramid triangle piece still has some flash in it actually. So it's possible to cut it up to get another good cab like this. Not a lot of the pieces had flash this nice, and I'll be sure to send some to Tyler that do. But it all has a little bit of flash in it, as we'll see in just a moment with these other smaller slices. But this one, you know, is the bottom of the triangle I just mentioned with the flash. And these are going to make some nice cabochons, and pretty much all of them have some sort of flash in it, like you'll see in this one here. Got it a little wet to show it off, but you'll expect at least to see a bit of flash in every one of those cabs. Even if it's not a full rainbow like that really good piece, they'll still make wonderful cabs. I love it. I'm so excited to work all of these. That's going to be a fun video, and maybe even some lives. This one's the Riviera Plume agate that I cut. Gotta love the depth in the Riviera Plume. It's got some beautiful color and depth to it. All sorts of great little banding as well in some spots. Plumy, banded, swirly moss. Here we've got a nice mossy agate. Some very nice chalcedony spots in there, and it's got some botryoidal features that we unfortunately had to destroy to cut into this slab, but it's a beautiful material and I can't wait to work it. I also cut this piece of graveyard point. Let's see if we can get some nice plumes there. Maybe we need a little different light for this one. It was weirdly, this one was sent to me. This is not one of them that I found in mind. And it has a layer of epoxy on it. It's so weird. Someone like tried to paint it in a clear coat, I think to show it off. So it's got this like layer of, I don't know, clear coat nail polish or epoxy or something on it that really actually takes away the luster and dulls it. So we'll clean all that off and get these polished up real nicely. There's all the pieces I cut for today. Whole bunch of cab blanks and those other ones there. So we'll have quite a few cabochons to make out of that Peristerite. And yeah, go out with a few more shots of the big pieces in the sun here with the flashy colors. And we'll see y'all next time. And as always, big shout out to my Patreon members. Thank you all so much.